Hello.
Hey, kids! It's me, Johnny Fox. What else would it be but another Fox Tales? The last Fox Tales ever of 2024. Ha ha! Got you. Um, I am here, as I have been several times before and will be several times again, because my show, my rules, fuck you, I like him. One and only. I call him Sean. People know him as Delirium Tremors. People know him as Dad. Some people call him Twat. You can call him whatever you like, as long as it's not before 10 a.m. unless you want to get swore at. Hey, how are you doing, buddy?
All good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Lovely.
I can. I can hear you. I can see you. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
I can't see you, but I
Oh,
know what you look like.
yeah, you're not missing much, are you? That's the second time this week. Begin to think the problem might be on my end, but then again, maybe not. I do not know.
Hmm.
Anywho, we'll power through. It'll all be right. People will be watching it on YouTube in a few days' time anyway. No matter how much I tell them to be here, all the cool kids are doing it live, yo. So let's just dive straight in because it's a big day. It's a new music day.
It is.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, we've been Friday 13th. Obviously, it would be unlucky if we dropped some new music, wouldn't it? So that's what we've done. We've decided to do some singles this time. Like, yeah, they're all DIY recordings. We record them ourselves, cost low and all that. You know what I mean? We wanted to just space it out because we have got a release party coming in March for the next sort of collection of demos that we've got. So we thought we'll space it out. We'll chuck a couple of singles out. So the first one, Monolith, has just been released today, and that's available everywhere you can find music. I would say, if it's not on there, it's not worth being on there. I would say.
Yeah, kid, this is Them Screaming Teeth you're looking for with
Them
the
Screaming
latest
Teeth.
soon-to-be hit single, Monolith. Now, this is, if people haven't heard you already, I would say this would be a really good jumping in point. Uh,
Yeah.
perhaps one of the more accessible, more slightly more sort of straightforward rock and rollers. That you guys do.
Yeah, we've sort of we as jumping off point, we're sort of stoner rock. So we did go heavy on the stoner doom sludge kind of vibes at the beginning. Second one, you saw a bit. Second demo collection, you saw a bit more experimentation. There were some faster songs, some catchy songs, or at least one of them. And so it was sort of drip fed in with the second one. This one is more sort of there's there's more simple vibes for everybody. Like you say, it's straightforward rock and roll with still some like little bits and bobs of each style that we've done previously. But yeah, we've just packaged it a little neater and tried to make it sound best we can with tools we've got.
Yeah.
So hopefully people like it. Yeah.
It sounds great. So another demo collection on the way. We're steering away from that boring old album concept, are we?
Yeah, we want to do things differently. People like, especially bands that are quite new or bands in general, like local bands. You're talking like they'll have 2 tracks out like in a year. That's something that, because you've got to think about all the logistics behind it, getting in a studio, paying loads of money, and then they're doing all work and stuff like that. Whereas we've got our own room, we can just record ourselves. We've got all the mics, we've got all the gear. The know-how, that's debatable, but we literally think if we can, what we can do ourselves, if we can do it, we'll do it, and as long as it sounds at least listenable and palatable to a degree, like, you know, yeah, that's why we call them demos, because they're not professional grade, they're not done by a professional, they're done by me. Everything apart from the playing the music is done by me. Like apart from the recording, sorry, as well. Ben sort of knows what he's doing on that side.
Yeah.
I try my best to just sort of polish it up a little bit, just so you know you get the idea. So yeah, we've decided to, because that's the only thing when you're starting out as a new band. There's very little to show people unless they come to your actual gigs. There's nothing to show. So what we decided to do is smash some, you know, demos out, put them online for people to listen to. We're going to do about 4 collections in total, so we've got one more to do after this one's released. We've got like one more sort of like demo EP, and then we're probably going to go for a studio album after that, and throw some money at it. But like I said, we needed enough songs so we can pick and choose what we want on that album, not just writing an album and having every song that we've got included on it, because some might not flow, some might not fit, some might, you know, not be popular with other people. Like I said, we want other people to like them as well. So when we're ready to collate the album, we'll probably throw a poll out there and let people decide what their favourites are, what should basically what deserves to get a good professional recording done of it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so, you've been pretty prolific. I mean, you say like you know, it's a bunch of demos, an EP, but these things are 10 plus songs long. There's already, you know, there are already more Screaming Teeth material up there right now than, like you said, a lot of bands that might have even been around a fair bit longer. They might have the material, and as you say, not everybody has the ability to even DIY it, even though they sound great, man. They really do.
Yeah.
But so to put that out there and then to try and whittle that down. But I know from experience, I know a lot of from the time of recording the tracks, I'd say on volume 1, I imagine with live performance and things, songs tend to evolve a little bit, alter a little bit, you know? A little bit longer, a little bit shorter, a little bit, you know, you just, they take on another life. Or some will obviously just get left by the wayside, like, kind of gone off that one a little bit, not so fond of that.
Absolutely. That's what you'll probably find as well. We've got these demos at the moment, and they're the songs we're jamming all the time. We're jamming these songs all the time, trying different things. So by the time it comes around to album, it might the song that you heard on the demo, you'll see it evolve into something else. Like, you know, you might prefer the demo version, or you know, you might prefer the album version, whichever. But it's just going to be polishing, neatening, like what bits work, what bits annoy us. We think about all that, but we're very busy when we get in that room. While we're playing as sets and stuff like that, rehearsing sets ready for gigs. We're also, after we've done that, we're like, right, fun time. Let's jam some new songs out. So they're constantly building as we're still doing as new stuff and as normal sets, should I say? So we're literally constantly collating more new tracks, grabbing new tracks out of thin air, and we kind of don't want them ideas to fizzle out. So we'll throw an early version down in a recording, and then who knows what that song's going to sound like, you know, when we get it recorded properly. But like I said, we just wanted, we've got all these songs we're working on. We don't want to have to wait 5 years till we can afford enough studio time to get them all recorded. We literally do hammer them out. So we just like to let people in on the journey we're taking as a new band. We've only been going since May 2023, so a year to have almost 20 tracks out, at least for people to listen to. That's pretty, you know, pretty good going.
That's pretty good going. So of the three of you, Of the three of you, who would you say who gets like bored the quickest and wants to move on to the new stuff? Who's the one who kind of can we drop that one?
Yeah. That it's probably me because I think I've got ADHD or something. If the other two have, and they apologise for not being able to be here, work and kids and all that.
Hey,
It's been a nightmare to try and get going. But as I say, the mouth, the gobshite is here to fill in the blanks. So yeah, I would say they might get bored with some songs. I'm not quite sure. If they do, they don't tell me. But like I'm like, oh, can we just start playing that? Let's play them new jams. I'm sick of playing these, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly, but we know that we've got gigs coming up. We know we have to sort of run through them so we sound good on night. So yeah, it's probably me.
All right, man. I totally relate. It was always me. It was always me too. If we'd have ever been lucky enough, I guess if you call it luck, if we'd have ever had a Stairway to Heaven or a Smells Like Teen Spirit or whatever, I would have been like, fuck that shit. So oh no, but we have to play it now, otherwise, you know, we'll get done over in the car park. I know, I'll take my chances. I'm fucking. It's like there's the whole writing process and the jamming, and it's fun and exciting, and then, like you say, you hone it and you go, okay, this is the song, and then you practice the song, you rehearse the song. A few gigs later, like that's enough of that. I'm done. Like the artist has been involved with this song for like months.
Yeah.
It's always, it's really hard to remember, but it's always that dude in the crowd. It's the first fucking time he's ever heard it. You've heard it like well over 1 million times at this point, you know. But it's
that's the problem.
Time they've heard it, so you've and you want them to hear it because it's fucking great, but it's not so great to you anymore, and it's a hard balance to strike. And I was never all that great at it.
Yeah, it is one of them where like we've these. I mean, every gig we've played, I think there's only like 2 gigs where we've had same set list. And so because we're like right, we have got a little bit of a following now. Like you know, we will some friends of mine will drop down and things like that, and to keep things fresh for them, they don't want to see us playing same set, you know, every time they come and see us. So we do spin some tracks around and you know, see what else we can go in. And in fact, one of his strongest songs off like Volume 2, Coyote Wisdom, we've probably played that live once, and that's apparently a favourite. People like that. It's the catchy number that we had, and so we're going to be playing that one a lot more because obviously people want to hear it, and we're like, oh, can't be bothered to play that live. There's too many lyrics to remember, you know. So yeah.
Well, that's the great thing about it. You know, yeah, you might be getting the feedback that people like it, but trust me, nobody really, apart from me, I think nobody really listens to lyrics these days. So just, you know the melody. It could be, you could start playing it regularly in the set, but it could have different lyrics every time you perform it. Because
exactly,
just fill in the blanks. Just go with what's on your mind at the time.
I'll just start scatting in between. Why not? You know.
Yeah. But, so yeah, you're done with the live scene for the rest of this year, yeah?
Yeah. We took some time out. We did plan to record the demo number 3 in like sort of like late summer, going into September. But yeah, there were lots of illnesses floating about, and we kind of then had to reschedule. So we did finally get it down sometime, like, you know, just creeping into autumn, and so that's we took a lot of time off to sort of like get these tracks where we wanted them to be, and stuff like that. So we thought we'll knock gigs on the head, because we had been gigging throughout summer and throughout beginning of the year, and you know, we don't want to oversaturate and play too many gigs, because like I say, it's hard to pull crowds even if you gig once every couple of months. So yeah, we just thought, like, we'll knock it on head, get these recordings out, crack on again next year, and we've got something fresh to bring to the table and stuff like that. So I think we're having we've got a couple of gigs. One at Record Junkie for Red Pen Promotions, Glenn's birthday. We're opening up. We've got Olive Jar and Feel Eyes on that bill. That's a Lady Godiva a ticket, and that's on 18th of January, I believe. I think we've got all the links to that on his Facebook page, and then we've also got the release party for his new demo on March 29th at Sydney and Matilda's. And the tickets for that are paper, so you get to keep a little souvenir of it. And they're only £3 if you buy them from the artist. So, and with that one, we've got a band we've played with before, Nova Surge, or we played with one of them because the rest, I think he had to play the gig on his own. It was awfully embarrassing for him. And then we've also got, I think there's a singer who does sort of classic glam stuff called Ro Eggleston. She'll be doing a set as well. So there's going to be a lot of variety. 3 bands, £3 a ticket, and yeah, and I'm going to start giving out some free copies of album for Bandcamp, and there might be a few prizes and stuff to give away, like some merchandise and things. So yeah, it should be a good one.
Oh, there you go, kids. Get on these socials. Them, not them. Screaming Teeth. There could be prizes and everything up for grabs. Big plans for 2025. New music, new gigs. There's already merch. There's hats and shirts and all of that good stuff. If you want to support these poor starving musicians, I mean, look at him. He's so pasty and wasting away. Look.
I know I've got a hat on because I couldn't afford any hair, and it's cold in here. I've had to grow facial hair to make up for the baldness, and I've got about 15 T-shirts on underneath this hoodie. So, yeah, no, we do like to have some merchandise because I'm a fan of band merchandise. If I go to a gig, I like to buy some. It goes straight in artist's pocket because everybody's chipping away at that fee on your tickets and things like that, which rightly so. That everybody got mouths to feed and stuff like that. But yeah, it's good to just have a band kitty so we can afford some stuff, afford some CDs, whatever else people want. It's there, and if they ain't got money, then they can just buy it online. So we've got you covered.
Hey, you know what? Oh yeah. I was going to show you something, and then I remembered you can't see.
No, I cannot.
So, on to the next thing. Right. So, as you well know, I tend to like to play a bit of this or that with my guests. We've done that before.
We have.
We're gonna do it again, but it's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. It's just a bit of this or that. Festive edition. Festive edition. So
I'm game.
Real tree or fake tree?
Well, we have got a fake tree, but
yeah, I mean, who the fuck can have a real tree these days?
I know, but I've heard of a really good idea. I hope it kicks off, where it's called tree rental. So you can get a real tree, have it for Christmas period. They pick it up once, obviously that's all done, and they put it, and then it grows back and bigger, and then hey presto, somebody could rent that out next year. So that'd be the thing. But until that happens, where you can get one fake tree.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, mulled wine or hot chocolate?
Well, being a bit of a pisshead, as you know, I'd have to pick mulled wine. There's nothing finer on a cold market stall where you're sipping a bit of mulled wine.
No,
Yeah.
it seriously used to knock me right out though. Back in the drinking days, no matter anything else, I could drink a hell of a lot of people under the tables. Nothing to be proud of, but it's just a thing. I could drink, but mulled wine when you heat it up, because that's the whole point, isn't it? You've got to have it warm, yeah. And
Yeah,
like
it's like a winter
put me to
comfort.
fucking sleep. That it was just
Yeah.
like knockout gas. I just like a decent sized glass, and I'm snoring away.
Yeah, I like both. I like hot chocolate and mulled wine, but
Yeah.
I would say if one thing reminds me of winter is being like out in a festive market in in the dark, obviously, because it's always dark,
Yeah.
and your hands are cold, so you get a mulled wine, and then everything's warm, even your teeth. So yeah.
They're just surrounded by cheese and brandy snaps,
Yeah.
if you're lucky.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Love that.
That good stuff. But why can't we just have that all year round? I mean, I know we have cheese all year round, but
I do.
why can't
Yeah.
I pick yourself up some brandy snaps in July? Crazy world.
There's got to be somewhere, off-season brandy snap shop or something like that.
There's got to be. If there isn't, if there's one thing history's taught us, it's that there should be.
Yeah.
Talk about first world problems, eh?
I
There's people fucking dying
yeah,
out there. There's children being slaughtered in thousands.
But where are the brandy snaps? No justice.
No. Christmas jumper or ugly sweater, if you want to call it that. People do. Got to be American about it. Christmas jumper or matching PJs?
Well, I was nearly sick in my mouth then when you said matching pajamas. So I would say, as ridiculous as everybody looks in one, I'd say Christmas jumper.
Yeah.
But the matching pajamas, it just makes me cringe. But I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Yeah. I ain't your master. Just do what you want. But yeah, I will cringe around you. Just know that.
Well, I've seen a Christmas jumper, big ugly Christmas jumper, but all knitted and everything. But it's Thundercats because it's,
so there you go.
It's Thundercats. Ho ho ho
ho.
Oh.
Yeah, I like what they did there.
Yeah, if I was going to get one, that's the one I want. If anybody wants to gift me, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Hosting Christmas or visiting at Christmas?
There's pros and cons to that, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'd say hosting, you can sort of, you've got loads of people knocking around your house and, messing up the place, but you can have a drink and you can sort of like just wear whatever you want. It's your house. Whereas if you're doing the old visiting thing, I drive now, so I wouldn't be drinking unless it's a hot chocolate or I don't know. Yeah, you're just standing around somebody else's house and stuff like that. So I would say hosting. I'd say hosting. Yeah. I'm a good host.
Yeah. Right. All right. Now it is one. I can't believe that it's even really a question, which is why I'm going to start asking it people when I get a chance. But opening presents, right? Before dinner or after dinner?
Before dinner.
I mean,
so
right?
Who can wait that long?
It's like get up in the morning, it's still dark and everything. One up, all up. Yeah. Usually, like the youngest member of the family might be the first up. And then, so one up, all up, and it's just try and come round a bit and try and read the names on the tags. And if you open somebody else's, it's okay. It's pretty obvious that the giant
4-year-old
wasn't for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a 4-year-old kicking me in the head at 6:30 in the morning wanting a present. So, there's no after dinner. None of that.
All right. Here's one that drives some people mad. White lights or coloured lights?
Coloured lights.
Yeah.
Coloured lights, just purely because it's less boring. I think white lights look nice. They do look nice,
They can.
but there's like I say, it's just like TV static going off in your front room, isn't there? If there's just loads of white bits everywhere.
Um, okay. Trifle or Christmas pudding?
I would have to opt for trifle because I'm not a big fan of the old fruit cakes and whatnot. Even with brandy or all like that on it, no,
Nope.
can't do it. It would definitely be a good old trifle.
Top of the tree, angel or a star?
Well, we've got a star on ours, so I would opt for star. We have had angels when I was younger, but there's something weird about sticking a tree up a angel's bottom, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's quite the Christmas, the message of Christmas that we're trying to send, really, is it? That's kind of
yeah.
Mince pies or Christmas cookies?
Well, it's got to be mince pies, hasn't it? I can't imagine. It's just so quintessentially British to actually have mince pies. I would say cookies is more American. I would have thought, but
it certainly is, unless you don't like mince pies, like me.
Yeah, I mean, I probably only eat one mince pie, maybe half of one. I'm not even that fond of them myself, but you still got to have one, aren't you? It's like a Christmas sprout. You've got to have one. Have you? You really want to or not?
I love that. Actually, I love sprouts, which is because I'm a freak.
Yeah,
I
can't stand sprouts. So,
but
I try and eat one.
It really wouldn't be Christmas without socks or slippers. You know you're going to get one or the other, probably both. But if you could pick,
I'm a big. I'm over 40 now, so it's the age talking. But can't beat fresh socks at Christmas. You know, I've actually traded in slippers for a pair of Crocs. Now they're only indoor Crocs.
Yeah.
Don't kick me to death. I do wear them in the house only, but they're invincible. I've had these 4 years and they're still rocking. You know what I mean? Slippers, they're all dead. They look deflated like a McDonald's hamburger. But by end of year, you know. So Crocs all the way. And
buy me slippers. They'll be dead by Boxing Day. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I've always been like it, even as a child. It was I just destroy the fucking things. I don't know. There's something. Maybe I don't pick my feet up properly when I walk. I don't know, but like they don't. It's a waste of everyone's money. Don't get me slippers. There's no need. It doesn't matter. I know the Spider-Man slippers. I know I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Don't do it. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put them on the shelf with the rest of my Spider-Man collection. Just because they're slippers. You know, that's not happening. So don't bother. Spider-Man socks though were golden.
Yeah. I mean, you must have harsh feet like me or something. Like, cause I just absolutely wreck slippers. Yeah, it's like you've just got two maces inside your slippers and you're just like wrecking them as you walk. So, yeah,
definitely something.
Definitely socks.
So the final and musical question: Feed the World, Band-Aid, or We Are the World, the USA for Africa American version?
Oh, well, I think the American one that you just mentioned, I think I might have heard that, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I don't.
In fact,
think it was particularly.
I think Africans opted to starve than hear that again. I think, but the Band-Aids one. Aid. I think that was all right. That's probably the best one out of the two. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, really, because the USA for Africa, right? This is, because it's Lionel Richie, it's Michael Jackson, it's Stevie Wonder, it's Bruce Springsteen. You know, that's in many ways the real star-studded one. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
because and Band Aid is, you know, Tony Hadley, with all due respect, you
yeah.
know.
Cyndi
But of course,
Lauper.
George Michael, and you know, some big stars. Don't get me wrong, but like it's not quite the same as Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen. You know,
Yeah,
Cyndi Lauper
I think
is in there too. But
I think the reason the Cyndi Lauper and crew won, in my personal opinion, is because they were having fun. They looked like they were having fun. You watch the American one, and Michael Jackson looks pissed off because nobody can hit a note,
well,
and he's like obviously
you
nailing
know,
everything
if
because he's great.
you've
So he looked tense. So it wasn't fun.
yeah, you
That's what I
know,
thought.
seriously, if you have, I think not too long, an hour and a half tops, I think, to kill. There's a documentary in true American style for about the making of We Are the World. And in true American style, apologies to any American friends watching. I mean no offense, I really do, but only Americans would entitle the documentary about this song that wasn't necessarily that successful. I'm sure it raised its fair amount for charity and everything, but I feel like it's not
Hope so.
just because I'm in the UK. I feel like it's not as remembered and as iconic as even the Band Aid one is. But yet the documentary about it is called The Greatest Night in Pop. But it's really
Right.
fucking good,
Okay.
especially as a musician. It's really insightful watching the recording process, the different artists involved, these big names. And of course, just
Yeah.
like ours, they're kind of dragged in at the last minute. They've not really told exactly what they're going to be up to or how long it's going to take. The fact that it's going to be stupid o'clock in the morning and they're still going to be there. And, you know, it's
Yeah.
actually really quite a good watch.
I imagine I wouldn't mind watching that because that does it is fun to watch how they put all these things together and how many takes
Yeah.
that they've done and that's what I mean though looking at the video there were a lot of tension in that one whereas in Band-Aid everybody's just like we're all crap feed the world and you were just like
Yeah.
that was fun, you know what I mean, that was fun to me. It was like everybody just having a laugh. Who cares if you're
Although,
in tune or not?
because
Go for it.
there is there is a moment in the making of the We Are the World. Um, Ray Charles, or some source that he was, Ray Charles needs to go up the toilet, and it's Stevie Wonder who says, "Come with me, I'll show you." And I can't remember who says it, but somebody does actually go. They nudge the guy next to them, and they go, "Fuck me, it's the blind leading the blind."
Yeah,
Like it had
I
to
was
be
just
said,
thinking that.
and somebody, yeah, we were all thinking it, and I can't remember who it is, but somebody says it, and it's such a great moment.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. As I say, the We Are the World. It probably was fun for some of them, but I just got like the overall vibe was negative. Like, it's probably clashes between certain artists because you had a lot of divas in there, not like the Band-Aid
there,
one. You had a
there is,
lot of divas in it. You know, even Jacko had his like preferences to how things were done. He didn't mess around. And then you got Bruce Springsteen, just
no, he
like sort of
didn't.
like
Yeah, yeah.
so,
Springsteen,
sounds like he's starting his car up when he's like trying to
Springsteen's
start
great
singing.
because Springsteen's been Springsteen's been on this fucking world tour for like the last 18 months or whatever. So he's knackered
Yeah,
and been playing 3-hour shows every night like he used to do. And he's literally been playing that same night that they record. And he's kind of flown from Portugal or some shit, right? Back to LA or wherever.
yeah,
Comes in at like 3 a.m. or something, thinking I'll just knock out my bits. But everything's gone so badly, they're so far behind. They're not ready for you yet, Bruce. So he's got to hang around and he's trying to join in the gang choruses and all that, biding his time till he finally gets like the very last thing that they record is Bruce's bits. And, you know, everything he's
and
already been through to get her in all that. So in classic Springsteen, he's got this, you know, he's doing that constipated fake, like he's
Yeah.
lyrically constipated. Like Bruce. If you open your
Born
mouth, everything
in the
goes on the record.
USA.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
like, we are the world, and he's got an amazing Popeye looking fucking gurney face, and it's just, but
yeah,
it's such a trooper because you could, as you say, it could just diva strop this shit and go, look, you know what? I'm going to the hotel. I'm going home.
yeah.
If you're
Enough.
still at it
Enough's enough.
if you're still at it in 4 hours, give me a ring. If not, fuck it, I've missed it. Oh well, But no, he sticks it out, and bless him, it's good.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to give that a watch.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
I actually found it a lot more interesting than I expected. A whole new
Yeah,
respect for Lionel
I never
Richie
knew
as
that.
well. I mean, not never really
Lionel's
going to
a
be.
boss. Is great.
Yeah, I'm never really going to be jamming to his tunes too much, but like the guy was one hard working mofo, especially on that night. Trying to He
Yeah,
was the one like herding cats, trying to get all these people together, and then trying to keep them on track. Failed, but he tried, bless him. And
yeah,
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 yeah, whole new respect for Lionel.
yeah. He's good. He's good as Lionel. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I say, I don't rush home to stick a Lionel Richie album on. I prefer his brother's album, Me Balls. But um, moving on. But yeah, I do respect him as an artist. Same as Prince. I don't listen to a lot of Prince, but you gotta give him his props for how great he is. And is there an instrument they've created yet that he can't play? I don't know.
No, exactly. He's been rocking that fucking harp, if that's the thing that they actually do. Where he's gone now.
Yeah.
This is that's another thing. All fucking spoilers. There'll be no point watching it. But apparently, obviously, they wanted Prince involved. With that song, and
Why would you not? Yeah.
yeah, and he's not. But he would have been. They had the contact details. They got in touch with him, and he said, yeah, cool. He was busy doing something at some award show, and obviously he was winning everything at the time. So it was like, I've got to do this, but then I'll come over. But I don't. He knew the other people who was there, but he was like, believe it or not, Prince was actually kind of embarrassed and intimidated, and said, "But I don't want to sing. I don't want a line all to myself, not mixed in with those guys. But I'll come and I'll play guitar." And some complete fucking moron went, it's not really that kind of song. We don't need a guitar solo.
So you do. Prince is playing it.
But it's Prince. Yeah, he'll make it work. Somehow, he'll make it work. Or he'll hear the song, no, it's not really a guitar song, and he'll just pick something else. He'll give you the best, like, piano riff you've ever heard, or trombone, or some fucking shit.
Yeah.
Just if you can get him, you just get him.
Yeah. Whatever he's willing to do, just bloody get him on it.
Yeah. I can't believe that. That was, I mean, thankfully it may have, kept the world turning, because I have always had a theory, if Prince and Michael Jackson had have collaborated together, it might have torn a big massive rip in the space-time continuum or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know if the world's ready to hear that. That's like Tesla and Einstein creating some sort of like machine, isn't it?
It would have been crazy. But, so speaking of songs, speaking of Christmas, personally, not a big fan of Christmas songs, Christmas music, whatever.
No.
I don't really have a Christmas playlist that I can't wait to stick on, in July, like some people are. Even now, even closing in on the Ides of December, I'm still not rocking the Christmas playlist. I don't mind. I'm going to hear it out and about or whatever, and it's fine. It's fine. But I'm personally not one for breaking out the Slade and sticking it on too much.
No, me neither. There's very, very little music, sort of like Christmas songs that I can actually stomach. If I'm walking around a shop, my head's full of like other worries anyway. So Mariah Carey, yeah, you can screech in me as all you want. But yeah, when I get in at home, it's I can probably count on 2 fingers the Christmas songs that I actually find okay, or
Go for it.
maybe one hand. One hand. Well, my very favourite Christmas song has no words to it, and it's Mike Oldfield. Is it the Gigolo something or other?
Oh yeah, I know the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Christmas song he did anyway. Yeah, that's my favourite because it's so jovial and gets you in the Christmas mood. There's no annoying lyrics or singing. It's just
Yeah.
Mike Oldfield just ripping some riffs out. So I like that one. Got a bit of a soft spot for McCartney's Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, even though I remember throwing up at Christmas parties on many occasions while that's droning on in the background. So that's not a good memory. And then I think The Darkness, Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End. I think that one's one of the better modern ones, I would say.
Yeah, I'd always feel I'd like. I think the trouble is, I think no matter how great the artist might be, I think you can genuinely be a fan of someone right up until they've released their Christmas single. Because it's never really like their finest hour, is it? You know,
No.
like I know it's a big hit, and I know everybody, a lot of people probably love it. But I'm going to stick my neck out. It's like the Slade song. It's like I do like Slade. I do respect Slade, their songwriting skills. They were apparently I'm a little bit too young to have seen them live, but I'm told by many slightly older people that they were really good live.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Yeah.
But but that one, not the best work. It seems to be the case, like, because it's just a Christmas song. It's like, who cares? And it seems like everybody seems to just chuck it out. You know, like not they haven't put the same care and love and attention and rehearsal time and jamming and stuff into that. They all feel very like last minute knocked up. Here's a Christmas song.
Yeah. I think it's like hanging a sign around your neck that just says "sell out, bitch" on the front. You know what I mean? Like you could be, you know, I imagine like Mastodon could do a Christmas song, and as good as they are, it'd be fucking terrible. It would.
Yeah.
I know it would. I'm surprised Machine Head hadn't already done that because. Like the Rob Flynn from Machine Head, he seems to be like trying all these new things to probably recreate a new image. And I'm surprised the Christmas sort of elves aren't whispered in his ear.
Yeah.
Do a single. Go on.
Yeah. If only so, like, you know, Disturbed don't beat you to it.
Oh, yeah.
It just covers.
Ring a ding ding. Ring a ding ding.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
If you're watching Dave, yeah, you can have that one for free. But if you actually record it, then we want compensation.
Yeah. Calm down, Dave. Don't do it. don't ruin your flawless career of seagull impressions. Don't do it.
Yeah. So yeah. So what do you? What is good for you at Christmas? What's a good Christmas when you look back on it? What do you look forward to? Maybe you don't always get it. What do you hope for? Like, you know, a certain amount of time to yourself, you know, or whatever, to chill. Is it time to, if you're someone who's lucky enough to have time off work? I know a lot of us these days are lucky if we get the day. But if you're looking to have a bit of time off work, it's like, great, finally I can, you know, catch up on some movies that I've been missing or something like that.
Yeah, Christmas for me is sort of like changed since having kids. Like when I was sort of like, you know, even in my 20s even, where I would want to wake up, not too early, but early, crack open all the amazing presents I would have got, you know, and then sit around waiting for the Christmas dinner to come out. Whereas now I'm the one making the Christmas dinner. But I do like to see my daughter's face light up when she's opening all the presents I know she wants. And then at the very end of it, full belly, everything's tidied up. Let's sit back, crack open whatever I'm drinking, normally a whiskey at Christmas, and watch some like die-hard Christmas films or something like that.
Yeah. So what does speaking of your wonderful fucking clone of a daughter, it's beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Every time I see pictures, man.
Yeah.
What does a young girl like that want for Christmas in 2024? I can't imagine.
She's massively into unicorns. Absolutely loves unicorns, and I can't blame her.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great. You don't see them knocking about every day, but they're great. And she likes Disney princesses, so and she likes stuff like Play-Doh and stuff you can get your hands into and mess around and stuff. Yeah,
it's like actual kids stuff.
Yeah,
not
no
like,
iPads in this house are all like that.
iPad, she wants a
Yeah, I mean she's only just rocking on 4 this Christmas, so like it's a birthday on 19th of December, so she's growing up, but it'll be a long while before she's getting digital stuff. So I mean, if she's
Blake, if she'll be worried about the university fee.
I know. Well, I blinked, and last I knew, I were in COVID, and they were not good on telly, and then all of a sudden, I've got a 4-year-old now. So there we go. But yeah, I'm trying to stave that off until like literally that's all she's doing, begging for like her own iPad or something. And I know that like people like say, oh, kids shouldn't have phones, but it's like, well, that's also a safety device as well nowadays, because you can keep track of where they are and stuff like that, and as long as they know that, it's like, look, if I want to make sure that you're all right. I'm talking like like not in the teens, before that.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to know where they're at and stuff like that, and but. Yeah, 4's a bit young for any of that. I'm talking probably like 8 plus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I just like a genuinely, like to hear that. To be honest.
Yeah. It's nice. Christmas has been rejuvenated for me because it's obviously it used to be about me, and now it's about my daughter.
Yeah.
So I think them Screaming Teeth should do a Christmas single to celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm joking. We won't go there. There's no sellout bitch sign on me.
Call it socks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fresh socks by them Screaming Teeth.
Yeah. Luke's going to do an 8-minute drum solo while Ben's just going to be ringing loads of bells and stuff.
Yeah, just none of those none of those stupid lyrics. Just do an instrumental.
I'll be throwing up in corner because I've had too much Baileys.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like some sort of massacre.
Yeah, fresh socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh socks, worn soles.
Yeah, Christmas number 1, 2025. We're calling it now.
Yeah, there we go. It's coming. Watch out.
Fantastic. So what? So aside from socks, what is there anything in particular that a grown-ass man wants for Christmas in 2024?
Yeah, I've already got it. Yeah, it's my birthday, day after Christmas as well. Right. So me being sort of like unlucky like that, so overshadowed by Jesus. So what I basically I can get away and be a bit cheeky and be like, it's my birthday and Christmas. When you're younger, you don't want a combined present. Yeah. You want some Christmas presents and then your birthday. Well, now I'm like, I want one big thing. So just because that's all you get now: link sets and some socks. So I'm like, I want one big thing. So put them both together. And so I got like this Line 6 Pod Express bass pedal for Christmas. So it's like can just multi effects, make my own preset bass sounds, and have a different bass sound for each song and everything. It's got pretty much. I'm just wanting to experiment, test it out, see what it's like.
Yeah. Because Why should the kids be the only one with like obnoxious, noisy toys?
Yeah, I
You
want
know,
toys too. Yeah,
pissing you off all day. You know, yeah, you can get some
yeah,
revenge. That's good thinking, man.
yeah.
That's smart.
So yeah, I've got a new bass pedal that I'll probably be like annoying everybody with around dinner table.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So in your household, I could have put this under this or that, but do you do crackers? Christmas crackers, not cheese and crackers.
oh well, I mean, I like both.
Yeah.
I like Christmas crackers. I know they're absolutely shite. You get the prizes are worse than there ever have been. You used to get at least some nail clippers in them or something, something useful. A
Yeah.
bottle opener,
Yeah.
Now you get some right shite in it. And the jokes, they've always been bad. But there's something like sort of like half depressing, half enjoyable about it because you pop it. If you don't win, you're like, yes, they've got the bullshit I didn't want.
Yeah.
And if you win something, you could like the odds are small, but you could win something half usable, like a shoehorn or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you're far
but
more likely to get like one of those incredibly minuscule sets of playing cards.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah, the
oh, maybe the dormice, could use them if you'd like.
yeah. I can't
Move
even
them around.
see what's written on them anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so yeah, there's absolutely like terrible gifts in there sometimes, but it's fun and it's something to do around the table apart from argue. So I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have let's get a big debate. So what's a Christmas movie? What exactly? There's a lot of debate always around this time of year about which film is or isn't a Christmas movie. So what do you think? What is the criteria anyway to decide something is or is not a Christmas movie?
Well, I'm guessing a lot of these people that are probably debating against certain films like your Die Hards, your Lethal Weapons, and stuff like that being not Christmas films, they're forgetting that even though it's not centered about Christmas, because I mean, there's only so many times you can even flesh out that kind of drab. All relatives are coming over. They're all going to have an argument. There's some funny dialogue, blah blah, or a kid's locked in an house on his own. It's films that basically, whatever's happening in the film, if it's happening at Christmas, it's a Christmas film. That to me,
Well, yeah,
that is
yeah,
a and if it's got any Christmas music in it, if it's got lots of Christmas decorations and mentioning Christmas, like ho ho ho, I've got a machine gun,
yeah,
Christmas, right? That kind of thing. So it's
right,
Christmas film. There's a big like Christmas tree. He can't go and spend Christmas Day with his family because he's fighting off terrorists. Don't matter that he's fighting off terrorists. It's a Christmas film. He's still trying to get back to his family and spend Christmas with him. Like Lethal Weapon, similar thing. They want
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Two cops wanting to wind down for holidays. Oh no, So I think it's any films that are centered with regardless of the story,
yeah.
is if it's got Christmas involved in the film and in the
I
setting,
mean,
the
yeah,
time of year.
because holy shit, I think you have to go with that because I either like those films are therefore Christmas films, or pretty much no film is a Christmas film. Christmas films as a concept don't exist because
Yeah,
even a film, it's set at Christmas time, right? And there's this dude, and he plays Father Christmas, whether it's a magical guy called Father Christmas or it's some normal guy who somehow has to become Father Christmas for some reason. There's a bunch of kids who are gonna like help Santa deliver the presents. For some reason, this Santa's a big fat fucking loser and can't do it on his own.
yeah,
Um, Even those films that people would not argue are Christmas films, I'm going to argue, just to play devil's advocate and be a twat, that, well, they're not actually about Christmas. They're about friendship and teamwork and, like, innocence or whatever. That's the actual message that it's sending. There's that one kid who doesn't believe, he'll learn his lesson and he'll start being a nice guy, and all that kind of thing. So they're not actually like about Christmas. The storyline to this film is not, the origins of how like the pagan winter solstice got overtook by the invading Christianity.
Exactly.
Like that's not what the film's about. So it may as well be about fucking stopping terrorists. So
yeah, it's basically
even the cute films with the kids and the talking reindeer or whatever, they're still arguably then not Christmas movies because it's not about Christmas. It's just at Christmas.
Yeah,
so either they all
people
are, or none of them are.
I agree. People are just being pedantic because Jack Frost with Michael Keaton in. Great film. All right, great kids film or family film, should I say?
Yeah.
And that is about a young boy trying to get a link to his deceased dad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's more to do with their relationship because he's never there for his son.
Yeah.
But kicks bucket, turns into a snowman, and then is trying to like make it up to him, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's got nothing to do with Christmas, but it's centered around Christmas, and he's a snowman. So
I can't wait to see how they do the sequel to that one, because seeing as that is like Michael Keaton's career now, that he will just churn out sequels to his older films that nobody wants or asked for. Or needs in any way. So that one's got to be. So Jack Frost 2 has got to be Jack Frostier. I don't know. It's got to be. It's got to be
Frosty Jacks. Well, I found this out the other day that the snowman was modelled after George Clooney because he was apparently supposed to be the snowman's voice. Originally, and then obviously due to scheduling conflicts couldn't do it, so Michael Keaton took the role instead. So it looks like George Clooney, but it's actually Michael Keaton, so that's why the snowman doesn't resemble him in the slightest, but he does George Clooney if you look at the snowman and him side to side.
Yeah, now you say it.
It looks like George Clooney. He does.
Oh, that's what a fun fact.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing
I found that out today as well.
I will not know. At some point, I'm going to be in Shady Acres. I will not remember how to tie a shoelace or know my kids' names, but I'll remember that, and I'll be telling people this fun fact. It'll be on the TV somewhere, and I'll be like, "Hey,
yeah,
fantastic, right." You know what we're going to do? We're going to keep this relatively short and sweet.
Yes.
It's good that way. It's fun for everybody. More people can stick it to the end and all that, which is always good. So we've done some music, we've done some games, we've promoted the band. So let's just quickly touch on what are you gaming right now, or are you looking forward to getting serious hours into with a little more free time on your hands over the Christmas period?
Yeah, the last time you spoke to me, I'd not really been playing games much, but recently I have. And you'll be like rolling your eyes when you find out what games I've been playing. But so I played a game called The Quarry that's got Ted Raimi in it, David Arquette, and some of the people that you will know, but they're the big names. And it's sort of like one of them half movie, but it's interactive kind of games, and it's horror based. It's about like some summer camp counselors going to this camp, and there's some weird beast, sort of like creeping around, killing people and stuff. So that's very good. I picked that up for a relatively cheap price of about £5 off cdkeys.com because I'm a PC player. So just put that straight into Steam, and that game's normally at least £20 when I've seen it like on sale. So well worth that. So that was one. Completed that. Did both the endings because there's a fair few, but I just wanted the good and the bad ones. And then RoboCop Rogue City, I completed completed that last night or day before that. That was a really fun game. Enjoyed that.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Obviously, with any kind of big name franchise like that, if you're already a fan, you're going to enjoy it 10 times more. But I think
and this is
a pretty damn decent first person shooter if you're into that kind of thing to pick up anyway. They've made a really good game, and if you're a fan, it's just even better.
That's the thing. Like, obviously, I like all the 80s films, and RoboCop's always been like one of them. The shooting was good. You do some detective work in it, which was good because you are a cop, and not just that. You kind of like, it's got all the feel. It's got it's got Anne, whatever her name is. I forget what her name is. His partner. It's got basically all the characters in that you want to see. So that was good. Completed that, and I'm just sort of like playing at the moment. It came out on 5th of December. The Thing remastered. The old PlayStation 2 game. They've revamped all the graphics, fixed a couple of the bugs and some of the crap controls that it had.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying that at the moment. So
yeah,
that's a good one.
I have the original copy. I remember playing the shit out of it. Oh, like you say, bugs and janky controls notwithstanding.
Yeah.
We had a lot more of that back in the day, and it didn't stand out quite as much because every other game kind of controlled like that. So we just adapted. But I'm still kind of like on the fence with like remasters. You know that unless you're going to give me like a real budget price, I kind of like.
Well, this brand new were like 25 quid, so that's not too bad. But like, because obviously it is just a remastered game, but they have redone all the graphics. So and it's tellies back then were square, weren't they? Back in 2002, whatever it came out in, and there weren't many widescreens like we've got now. So it's all ratioed, right? It's all 4K and 60 frames and all. So if you want all the pleasure of that game without the crap controls and it looks so much nicer,
certainly if you're a little bit younger than us and you missed it, grab this version because it's a great game. It really is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've just this week I've just started getting into the Indiana Jones.
I've seen that. That's got a pretty big price tag at the moment, though. I think that was like 60 quid.
Yeah, it is the big budget AAA job and all that.
But when it's on sale, I'll be having a bit of that one.
Again, like with the RoboCop, people with a pre-existing fan base for it will just get so much more out of it. In fact, as it's an original story, it's not based on the movies, but what it does is actually bridges from
one movie to another.
From Raiders to Last Crusade. It actually fills a gap, like the movie we never got, because if you pay attention to the indie lore and the actual times of these movies, there's like, well, what the fuck was it? There's quite a distance between them, and it's clearly, like with the RoboCop game, it's clearly made by fans, or at least people who made an effort to do the research, do the reading before embarking on, taking on such an iconic franchise. Everything's just iconic. Even just it's little things like it's first person for the most part. So it's like,
I thought it'd be a third person game.
Yeah, you would think, because you want the imagery of the thing, but the way they've done it,
throwing the whip.
It's like when you crack the whip and then as you swing, the camera pulls back and you're in third person. So the hat and the jacket and everything, you're going to see it.
Yeah,
it's very, very clever the way it kind of comes in and out and gives you those moments where you see that. My favorite thing is if the lighting happens to be right, opening a door into a dark place, but it's backlit, and the shadow on the floor. So there's the hat and the shoulders. And I
You
just
get to
stand in
see
that
the
doorway.
silhouette, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've just been noted. Like, I want to get on with the games. People look at the scenery, which is fantastic. Early on, you're in Vatican City, and it's fucking beautiful. But I just stand in the doorway with this silhouette shadow on the floor, and I just stand looking at that and going, "That's just iconic. That's brilliant. That's a, if you're a fan, that's a wallpaper. That's a screensaver. That's a poster I want up on the wall. That's brilliant. So you just, even with that first person perspective, it will not let you forget that you
Yeah.
are indie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all first,
The iconic
yeah,
things are
it's all
still in the
there.
game,
And
yeah.
the sound effects of the whip crack and everything are just absolutely phenomenal. It's
Is the music sort of in
the music is
in
yeah.
place?
I think kind of like with Star Wars, for whatever reason, I don't think they can get the John Williams
Yeah,
score
yeah, yeah.
in there.
Right, rights and all that, yeah.
But yeah, the score, it works. Again, love attention to detail. It's right in there. The only thing, and it's not really a criticism, and I didn't notice. I'm like hours into this thing before I kind of realized that, oh, is this like a 2024 thing where for some reason we're not allowed to say Nazis?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
we keep,
So there's no swastikas or anything in it anymore.
I imagine not. No, I mean I've not got
No.
to a place where I would expect to see some, to be honest.
Yeah.
But what I
How
only
dare you
realised,
bring that old ruckus
but
up like the
yeah, but quite some hours in before it dawned on me, they keep saying the fascists. And
the
I'm like,
Nazis, man.
whereas
It was set in a certain time period when Nazis were still going.
yeah, it's like
What's you can't stop you just because you don't mention them. Don't mean Nazis didn't
no,
exist
yeah,
anymore. You know.
it's very much, as you say, it's very much set in this very specific time period
Yeah.
where the fascists that are doing these horrible fascist acts in these areas of sort of Europe at this particular time, that there's really only one set of fascists that we're talking about here. So why can't we just why can't we just
Oh.
say it?
Yeah,
It's a bit weird,
fascist
but
is so broad of a term. Like,
yeah,
there's many people and parties that could be the fascists, you know. But you
yeah.
talk
I
about
mean,
Elon Musk. No, Nazis. Oh, right, sorry.
yeah. I mean, we do outright. We name check Mussolini. That seems to be okay.
Yeah.
but but all the guys.
Is he dead?
But the guys that I keep like banging out and throwing over balconies, it's like, but it's the tiniest of nitpicks in an otherwise fantastic experience. That honestly,
Yeah.
it didn't dawn on me until I was in. In fact, I think it only dawned on me because I was playing the other day and I was on a very specific time limit that I had to get to a place I can save it and stop.
Yeah, yeah.
That I even noticed this thing.
That
But
so don't you know, don't spoil it basically.
yeah,
But that's what I liked about the John Carpenter's remaster game. It's canon to the
yeah,
films, and it's got John Carpenter in it, like as a character. Uh, so when I watched the Thing 2011 film the other day, and
yeah.
I do think that they did really well with that.
Good
The
movie.
only
Yeah,
problem is the studio decided to they did have practical effects, and then they enhanced it with CGI, but they over enhanced it, I think, so it looks too CGI like. But I like to watch that. Then I watch the Almighty version,
yeah,
John Carpenter's, um, because they tie into each other. And then I thought I want a bit more. Actually, I'm in the mood for it, so I went for the game because if JC says that it's canon, I want to know what happens after
yeah.
Outpost 31. See, so yeah, you know, shame doing like a film of it, but the game will have to do, I guess. So
Yeah, we're worth the punt when it falls into whatever your predetermined price range may be.
I'm a sucker for sci-fi horrors and body horrors and things like that. So that covers all bases for me. That film, and it's got like that intimate, weird thing. Like, do I trust you? Do I not trust you? It's a bit like college.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna wrap this up and let you go. I've got a few chores to do, and worst of all, whenever you're watching this, kids, but when we did this live, it was Friday night. Yeah. Not if I've got to work in the morning. It isn't. It may as well be a fucking second Thursdays. We invented second Thursdays. Shoot them now. The 1 year, to be fair, I have to do. There's people like in the care sector and what have you, and they'll be lucky if they have fucking Christmas Day off.
Luke, our drummer, he's in care sector and he's working his ass off.
Yeah, doing God's work there. So I can't complain too much. One, out of a whole fucking year's worth of weekends, I've had to do this once. So I'll keep the meowing to a minimum. But nonetheless, I'll wrap this up. Let you get on with the rest of your weekend. And you may or may not have noticed, I have finally found the most exquisite, brilliant way to finally end these things. And I do that by getting you to fucking do it. We have a catchphrase now. If we can just leave this, if I'm a guest, I'll give you carte blanche how you want to do this. You can do this. You could sing it. You could shout it. You could do it angry. You could do it erotically. I mean, I don't care. Go for it. The line is, till next time, keep it foxy.
Do I say that?
And we'll get out of here.
Okay. Till next time, keep it foxy.
Oh my God. Right. So me and Mike Semi are going to take ourselves off to the bathroom, and I'll see you soon, kids.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah.